Hi, my name is Stu Bremner here in my shop. I am going to attempt to show you how I made this wing bowl. My drive system that I'm going to use. I think I'm pretty close to where I want to be. All I need is just a flat to accommodate the drive. Yeah. Let's get that in here. Now, a critical point in doing these is balance and centering. Obviously, the balance is going to be just this way. Centering is important to get this right across the middle. So when we're complete with when we finish cutting the bowl, the wings are going to be the same on each side, as close as possible. So we're going to go with this. You don't get too much of a chance to correct it once you start cutting into this, because it takes up position of where it, where it is, and you pretty much have to go with it. I use my big bowl gouge. I got a 5/8. Just sharpen this thing up so it's ready to go. So we're going to try and clean this up a bit here. I try to put as much speed as I can into it. Hopefully it'll stay here. That's cleaning up pretty nice. Nice clean wood. Got a knot in here that's going to give us a bit of character, I think, if we finish up with that. You can tell when you're cutting when you get the full round on the wood. Hit and miss cutting air, it gets a little bit of a bounce, and of course it's no good. You got to get rid of this bark. It's right on the edge. Okay, let's take a bit more off of this and get some more balance to this. Well, that's not supposed to happen, but it does. I've had it before. We're good. Sometimes these things come off and it's finished. It's got a nice grain. It's going to be a nice piece of wood. Okay, I'm happy with that, how it's come back. We're going to switch this out now and throw on a chuck. And I always bring up tailstock support on the inside of this too when I get going on here. Keep in mind you're cutting a lot of air at first. It'll trim up fairly quick, and we'll be able to lose the tailstock support soon. I don't want to go in too far into the center here. The main thing I want to do is get my corners of the wings down to pretty close to thickness for what I want. The farther we go in, the more meat we take out, the less balance and more support you have out at the end. we're down to about a 1/4 inch at the edge. That's pretty close. Gotta leave something for sandpaper. When I'm cutting inside here like this, I'm not actually watching the end of the chisel where it's going. I'm watching the silhouette, the thickness. You can actually see the thickness of the wood from the outside compared to the in, and that's how I judge whether I'm going straight or not. Now, a good practice I've found, you can't really see that edge all that well, so I like to do this. Just so I know on the edge how far I'm coming back. Sometimes I can see it. I can see that better. Nice piece of wood. I really like this stuff. Really nice looking grain. I love this wood. I may have to change tool rests here to a J-hook. We still got bark all around. I didn't chop any off, so it's looking pretty good. Got some nice speed, so we got a nice clean cut, and it looks fairly even. It feels pretty good. I don't think I want to go too much thinner. I'm just going to take 3/8 spool gouge again, and then kind of make a final drag pass over this and see if I can get a little finer finish to it. Make sure we got clearance. Oh, I'm starting to like this. I just want to check for depth of the bottom, how thick the bottom is. Let's see how far we can go with this. I probably got a good 1/4 inch to go yet, so should be okay. And looking at the pattern of this wood here, we have the pith showing on both sides, and we want to take down a little farther, so we're going to narrow this core area a little bit, so it looks a little. I think it'll look a little better. I felt that. Hey, we're getting pretty darn close to that puppy, to where we want to be. I don't think I want to go any deeper. Let's flatten that out. A little bit of ridge here. Let's drag this back. There it is, pretty much. Got some nice bark edges. A couple little pieces came off, but we can salvage most of it. I think that's going to sand out real nice. It's fairly flat. It'll sand out for what's left there. I'll just run a scraper on it, just to give it a little bit. A nice piece of wood. So there we have it.